Well, hello, everyone. I'm here with Marco DiSantos, and we just thought it was really important that we share a story with you on how powerful the healing properties of these products are. Marco, you just had an amazing results for your son. And so tell us a little bit about, we see a picture up here. This is obviously your son's arm, but let's start with the beginning of what you've been struggling with your son for a number of years now, I take it.
Yes, yeah. Well, since he was born, starting after about 1 year after he was born, or maybe last 6 months, he started developing these skin problems and eczema or something, and a whole bunch of inflammation from his face. Used to be dripping just water right out of his face. His skin was just all broken. It was always itchy. And he's had these problems all along, all these years. He is 17 years old right now. So for the last 17 years, he's been living a life of just being uh, from these scratching and uh, being bothered by all these, uncomfortable and bleeding all the time from scratching. And we've spent thousands of dollars with different types of doctors trying to find solution uh, for this to go away, to keep it under control. But and we tried everything. Nothing really worked. We went up to even go and do this. They're doing some type of a blood transfusion thing. Nothing worked. They even did. Oh yeah, they did his blood. They went through the system. They cleaned the blood, and then they put the blood back into his scalp as well because he had problems with the scalp. Because about when he was the age of 12 years old, he technically with alopecia, he went bald. He's been bald since, and that it is due also because of the poor gut flora, his immunity. It was very low, and so the body is going to take away from where you don't really need to, and that attacks your hair, and attacks everything. So fast forward right now, this is his right arm, just to show you, and then there's also his left arm, if I can, his left arm. Hold on,
Under paint?
under the paint, yes. Files. There you go. That's his left arm.
Okay.
So you can see the scratching. He's been scratching all the
Oh,
time. And he's had this all over his body, not just the arms, but his body, his around his neck, a little bit over his face, the legs, everywhere. It's just terrible what he's been through. About 2 months ago, I find it, and now he's a 17-year-old kid, and he's tried everything under the sun that we've tried, with creams and steroids, you name it. And after 2 weeks, he'll say, "Okay, that's enough. I don't want to do this anymore. It's not working." They don't have the patience. They want to see results fast. So anyway, about 2 months ago, I gave him a bottle of sterling cream, and I told him, "Just amuse me, use it."
mm,
I didn't say nothing else. Just amuse me. Just use it for the hell of it. Have no expectation. Just try it every day. Put it twice a day for now. Let's see what happens. We're just going to test this out. They said. There's nothing else. There's no promises. I'm not going to say nothing about this. So finally, he did, and he didn't really say much of him using this stuff. But anyway, then finally, he calls me because they live with their mom, so I don't see them that much. Then about 3 weeks later, he calls me, goes, "Do you have more of that cream?" I go, "Yeah, of course. Why? Why is that?" He goes, "Well, it seems like it's working out." And so here's the picture under the arms. This is the picture after about about 4 weeks, I would say. This is
into
the
using the cream?
from
Okay.
using the cream. He
And
was
this
using
was
the
sterling cream only. He was
This
just
was just
using.
this was well, I also give him Fountain of Life, but up to this point, I have no idea what he's doing with it. So right now he's using the Sterling Cream that I know of, and he was using like it was going out of style. And and then um all this, I see the results. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. And he says, yes, I can finally sleep on night because he
Oh,
was
what a
always
blessing.
up every night. And this is the cup of his arms. Look at that.
Wow,
From
completely clear. That is so
the palm.
incredible.
I was shocked. And so now he's using it. Before he was using like twice a day, morning and night. Now he says he's using it only after he showers. He puts a nice thin layer all over his body, and that's all he's doing as maintenance. And he says it's the best thing. And he's the one he asks me now. He says, Papa, I need more cream. Okay, here we go. So anyway, he's using the cream. He says he's finally sleeping, and he's not bothered by being itchy all the time. So
Oh,
that's making him feel a bit much calmer. And he's been through a lot of trauma in the last 3 years, and so that's also added to it. About 3 days ago, 4 days ago, he sends me a picture, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So here we go. He sends me a picture of his head. His hair is growing back. He's been
now,
bald
so,
since he was 12 years old.
so to be clear, he was completely bald.
He was completely
Since
bald.
he's been 12, he was been
He had
very
alopecia. With alopecia? Yeah,
alopecia, which is a very, very severe condition of the
yeah.
scalp. And actually that is absolutely incredible. And do you
So
know how long he's been using the FOL?
he must be using it for the past, I would say, around 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
4 or 5 weeks.
4 or 5 weeks, because I've suggested to him to to apply topically, just a few drops all over his head at nighttime to take, because he wears the wig, to take the wig off, wash his hair, wash his scalp, put the FOL, rub it all over the skin, and then also take some under his tongue. Now, I did not know he was doing this. He never told me, obviously. And I think what's happening here at the combination of two is that not only the Sterling was working on the itchy part and keeping the skin clear and clean, but I think also the FOL going into his body was taking the inflammation down, even from his gut health, and that slowly his body, his immune system started to kind of like regenerate, and now the hair is growing back. And I thought,
Wow.
wow, this is amazing. And now
I'm
he's asking
getting
me,
goosebumps. It is
oh,
so incredible. What a
oh yeah.
blessing.
And he's asking me now about, I need more FOL, I need more Sterling Cream. In fact, he just told me the other day, I need more. He sends me a picture. He says, do you have more of this stuff? I go, yeah, of course I do. So I'm going to give him some more, of course,
Of
and
course.
so stock him
Well,
up and make sure he takes it, which I know he will, because he knows it's working for him, and he's so happy right now. He's working. He's being more productive. He's a total different kid because now he feels that there's a solution for everything that he's had up to now. His hair is growing back. I mean, how great is that?
what a blessing for a young guy to just have his life back and be in comfort and be able to sleep and now have a full head of hair back. What a blessing. Well, thank you, Marco, for
Thank you,
sharing
thank
this
you.
because
Sure.
it's really encouraging, I'm sure, for anyone out there that has skin irritations, eczema, rosacea, acne, all of the different conditions that are caused from bacteria. Our microsilver sterling body cream and hand cream addresses the bacterial infection with our microsilver, and of course soothes and promotes beautiful, fabulous feeling on the skin. And of course the FOL now is getting him back into health, and hair is a very good indicator of a strong immune and a healthy body. So pleased for you, and
Thank you.
thank you for
Thank you.
sharing this with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Totally appreciate it.